Hi there, I'm Colin and this is the Action Figure Resource video channel, the place for all your action figure news, reviews, tutorials and guides. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Series 4 of the Toy Biz Iron Man Animated line of action figures released in 1996. Don't forget to subscribe below, click on the bell icon to be informed of all my future videos and smash that like button. Also, don't forget to watch to the end of this video in order to get your free downloadable Iron Man action figure collector's guide. Okay, let's get on with today's video.
actionfigureresource.com. Yesterday's toys, today's treasures.
Series 4 of the Toy Biz Iron Man Animated line of action figures was cut back even further than Series 3 was, with only 5 figures being available. This, however, was a company-wide decision and not just for Iron Man. Initially, the line was only sold through KB Toys, but it was later also available at Toys R Us, despite their still having some of the earlier series available. As a result, interest in this line was very low, and it very quickly became a red tag special and was removed from toy store shelves. This series included War Machine 2 with double barrel missile launcher, Inferno armor with water firing arsenal, Samurai armor with multi-blade arsenal, Subterranean armor with excavation equipment, and Crimson Dynamo with blasting action. The first figure we're going to look at today is the War Machine 2 with double barrel missile launcher. This figure was basically a re-release of the original War Machine that came in Series 1. The only difference between the two War Machine figures was that War Machine 2 had an eye patch. The War Machine figure was an awesome looking figure, and many collectors were happy to see a re-release of him to get a second chance to pick this figure up. It was one of the most popular of all the Iron Man figures that Toy Biz released. He had articulation on his head, arms, elbows, legs and knees. He had a really good grey and black colour scheme that was very fitting for this figure, especially once his armour was clipped on. Unlike most of the other Iron Man figures, the armour in this figure was relatively easy to clip on and to remove and change. He also had a large missile launcher that clipped onto his left shoulder. However, the problem with this was that if Iron Man had his missile launcher on, due to its weight, it made him difficult to stand. The next figure we're looking at is the Inferno armor Iron Man with water firing arsenal. This series featured 3 non-canon Iron Man suits from Toy Biz that were never used in the cartoon or comic books, but were still reminiscent of the classic Iron Man design and look, and this is the first of the 3 of those featured. The Inferno Iron Man had the basic articulation of a swivel head, arms, hinged arms, elbows, legs and knees. He also had 2 blue hoses that connected to a water tank that was clipped onto his back. When pressed, this would squirt water out of the 2 guns attached to the hoses. He had a classic yellow and red colour scheme with a traditional design and look. Next up is the Samurai Armor Iron Man with multi-blade arsenal. This was the second armor in this series that was a non-canon suit. It had a very impressive and cool looking turquoise, black and silver colour scheme with a very nice new design, although the suit was never featured in the cartoon or comic books, and unlike the Inferno armour, was a far cry from the more traditional armour Toy Biz generally favoured. The base figure had a turquoise and black paint scheme, with silver armour that attached to his body. He had a swivel head with hinged legs, arms, knees and elbow joints. The armour on this figure fits nicely, with a tight fit so it does not continuously fall off like many of the others. He had multiple blades that clipped onto his back that could be put into his hands to throw. But once these were clipped onto his back, they were extremely hard to take off. The next figure in this series is the Subterranean armour Iron Man with excavation equipment. The Subterranean Armour Man was another non-canon suit that was featured in this series. This armour allowed Iron Man to burrow underground, which seems a bit unnecessary and redundant, but nevertheless, Toy Biz obviously decided that it was a good idea. The figure had a yellow plastic base with gold armour. He also came with a spring action harpoon gun, but how or why he would need to use this while burrowing underground is beyond me. The armour on this figure was quite difficult to put on and take off, and he has the standard articulation on the arms, elbows, knees and legs, as well as a swivel head. The last figure in this set is the Crimson Dynamo with blasting action. Anton Vanko is the oldest armoured foe of Iron Man, and he is the Russian scientist who invented and built the very first battlesuit. But when Iron Man revealed to him that his Russian bosses planned to eliminate him and steal his design and work, he defected and became an employee of Stark Enterprises. This figure was the most popular in the Series 4. The base figure had a red and silver colour scheme and orange and silver armour plating. He had hinged elbows, arms, knees and legs. He also had a fireball that could be fired from his chest with a spring-loaded action. These figures are still all readily available on the secondary market and through many online retail stores, although the prices vary quite widely. The first figure, War Machine 2, generally goes mint on the card for between $9 to $20. Loose, he is around $3 to $5. The Inferno Armour Iron Man sells for between $12 to $36 mint on the card and around the $10 mark loose. Samurai Armour Iron Man is approximately $8 to $30 mint on the card and loose again around the $10 mark. The Subterranean Armour Iron Man mint on the card is $9 to $20 and loose between $3 to $5. Crimson Dynamo mint on the card is between $5 and $22 and loose again between $2 to $10. Please note that all prices quoted are correct at the time of making this video in July 2020. The prices mentioned in this video are for information only and are not a solicitation or offer to buy any of them at these prices. Don't forget to download your free Iron Man action figure collector's guide. Subscribe below, click on the bell icon to be informed of my future videos and smash that like button. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye for now.
actionfigureresource.com. Yesterday's toys, today's treasures.